What's up, guys? I'm DK Wrestler, and today we are here at Fan Expo Canada 2025, of course, doing a Funko Pop line. I'm going to be showing around the entire con, looking at some of the different Funko Pop booths, as well as other different booths, because down in the lower part of this convention, there are bigger setups like Marvel, and I believe Lego has their own display also. And if you end up enjoying this type of content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But nonetheless, let's get right to it with this Pop Hunt. Now look at that cosplay. So right here we have the Fan Expo official merch booth, and I do see some pops right there. Obviously there's people in front, but of course they're looking to buy some stuff. And as I move the line here, I do see a Handmade by Robots Stranger Things set, as well as the Back to the Future set right there with the DeLorean, something I may pick up today. And speaking of those Handmade by Robots figures, I do have a closer up of these figures with the DeLorean, Marty McFly, and Doc Brown, which is a Fan Expo exclusive. We do have some cool 40th anniversary merch here, including one of the iridescent hats, as well as a replica hoverboard. Alright, so we are at the Funko Pops and Collectibles booth that we normally see the buy 5 and get 6 free. I see a lot of Marvel here, as well as Harry Potter, but of course, the one thing that I do want to show off are some of the Graily Grails over in this corner that they normally have, including what still is here since we saw it at Niagara Falls Comic Con, being that fun exclusive Marty McFly from Back to the Future. So we are at the mypops.ca booth, and we do see a variety of pops, including quite a bit of anime. I do see some Pokemon there with Charizard, Alakazam, Mewtwo. I do see some Yu-Gi-Oh pops here with the Winged Dragon of Ra, as well as Stardust Dragon, and we do have Pharaoh Atem right there. There's a camera right there, which I'm just gonna have a staring contest with it right now. Right here is the newer Tony Chopper that I believe was shared to GameStop, as well as the Baru that not only is a glow in the dark pop and it's exclusive, it's also a mypops.ca exclusive with their own sticker. We do have a variety of minifigures from both Funko, and I'm noticing some of the newer Pop Mart stuff, including one of Lotso from Toy Story, which might be something I may have to pick up. This seems very interesting. What are the different versions you can get? Yeah, these seem pretty cool. Right here we do have some more anime pops. We got Marvel also, including the newer Daredevil from the Disney Plus series. And we also have a little bit of a look at that Watchmen pop of Dr. Manhattan, the newer one that is shared with the Funko shop in the States. So the next booth I'm at have a ton of sealed Funko sodas of different ones. We got ourselves Dwight Schrute right here, which I do have the common in the collection. There's Yondu. There is Arwen from, I believe that is a Lord of the Rings. I'm not entirely too sure, but it was a winter convention exclusive from 2022. And the pricing of the Funko sodas are here, being 1 for 25 plus tax, or if you get 5, then they end up being 12 each. So you're kind of getting half off of each Funko soda if you get 5 or more. So now we are at the Fly By Night booth, which we did see this at Niagara Falls Comic Con. First pop I'm noticing is the black and white Dr. Doom that is a Fugitive Toys exclusive. Got ourselves a Stan Lee where he's ripping his shirt or ripping his sweater, and there is the Fan Expo Canada logo on his shirt. Chase figure of the Flash, the OG one actually, a Hobgoblin that was a part of the collector's box. And of course, like usual, we do see lots of anime pops, including Chase variants. I do see an autographed pink chrome Majin Buu right there. Some other various animes, including Solo Leveling, a whole section pretty much of My Hero Academia, Avatar The Last Airbender, Naruto Shippuden, all the way down here. Then right here, I thought I would point out some of the older Pets pops, including the Maine Coon and the French Bulldog, which I do have the Beagle in the collection. A couple of Ozzy Osbourne pops, including the Hot Topic exclusive Ordinary Man, which I don't have in the collection. Then right above it, I do see the New York Comic Con exclusive Blue Kratos, which I remember seeing that at my local EV Games when it first released. On the other side of the booth, we do have some DC and Marvel pops. One pop I notice here is the Anti-Venom glow-in-the-dark pop. Sorry for the glare right there. Box lunch exclusive. It came in the Pop and Tea bundle. That Hot Topic exclusive Venom where he's all blue, I haven't seen that one in a very long time. Some older DC pops like that Riddler right there. We got some Married with Children pops, some of the Fast and Furious pops of Brian O'Connor and Luke Hobbs, OG Elliot from E.T., and probably the most expensive pop we've seen so far is that New York Comic Con 2018 exclusive Captain Rex. So we are at the Tubbs booth, and you guys know from watching the channel that I've been talking about Tubbs as of late, which we got ourselves some Back to the Future ones right here with Marty McFly, as well as Doc Brown, and a different version of Marty McFly where he does have the iridescent hat. There's a really awesome one here of the Slimer from Ghostbusters, as well as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Then we do have some DC Comics ones, as well well as TMNT ones with all the different turtles, including Mikey, which does have a slice of pizza in his hand, which is absolutely funny. Not only is there the normal size versions, but there are the mini versions as well, horror related ones like Michael Myers, as well as Chucky right here. And then I thought I'd show off this one. This one has the big tree with it, so I wonder how much this is actually going for, considering you get two of the ducks that are involved with this. So after going down a few set of escalators, I am now at the south side of the building, where there's a ton more booths like comic books, and of course a lot of cool Funko Pop booths are in this specific area, including, I believe, Fugitive Toys, as well as those cool booths that I teased earlier at the beginning of the video. Alright, so we are here at the eBay booth, where they do have a pop-up booth right here, a lot of different displays, including a little tablet where you can actually search up some stuff on the eBay website, which the last person that was here looked to be searching up Skibbity toilet shoes. And then right here we do have some display cases of some very expensive Pokemon cards. I notice here a Gengar EX from 2024 that is graded a mint 10. There's also a Charizard V-Star right there. We got a Venusaur, amongst some different ones that I'm not going to go through, but basically here's a pan view of some of them from specifically this side. There's about 4 sides full of different Pokemon cards, but this is just one side I'm going to show you guys. Up next, we are at the Lego booth, which I'm really excited about this. They do have a Lego Fortnite display here, where we do have a Loot Llama as well as a burger right there, Der Burger to be more specific, as well as there's a couple of stations here where you can basically build your own Lego pieces. People have already started making buildings and all sorts of creatures. I see what looks to be some sort of unicorn dragon type creature that someone made. Pretty creative. Some Lego one-piece sets, including the ship. And then across from this are some really nice displays of Wicked with the Wicked Witch, as well as Glinda. This huge Lego set. I wonder how many pieces it actually took to make both of these. And then right here there's an awesome Lego Mario display with a huge piece here of Bowser, as well as a couple different sets here with the different Mario Karts of Mario and Luigi. There's also a little mushroom house right there with the little guys like Toad. And then it looks like there's actually a pretty big lineup for creating your own Lego person, I'm assuming it is. And then something I'm really excited about is the Lego Game Boy, where it also does have a little Lego display of some Nintendo Game Boy cartridges with Mario Land as well as Zelda. And then there's also some of these screens there you can put in there to pretend what game you're actually playing. This is absolutely awesome. We got ourselves a Super Mario display Lego right here, where we do have a couple of buttons. I believe it does different facial expressions, I'm assuming, if I press this. Oh no, it's just the base right there. You can choose the color. There's red, there's also green, and well, green's not working, but then we got, oh, now it's working. And then the last one being yellow. There we go. And then we do have a Legoland Discovery Center retail pop-up store, which we're definitely going to check that out. We got the Lego Minecraft kit, as well as some Animal Crossing, the Super Mario kits. I think a few of them that we saw just a bit ago. Sonic the Hedgehog with a set that includes, I believe, Metal Sonic as well as Tails. Both of the Fortnite sets we were looking at of the Supply Llama as well as the Der Burger, the Wicket sets right here. Some Wednesday sets, of course, the new season just released. We got Stitch and Angel, as well as some cool Marvel kits, including the Spider-Man 2 set that I was really excited to see with, of course, Peter Parker and Doc Ock. We got some awesome sets right here, like the Lego Ideas Dungeons and Dragons, as well as the Jaws set, which is absolutely amazing. And if you didn't want anything too big, there are some of the brick heads like Commander Cody right here, as well as the newer Revenge of the Sith set that included General Grievous, Emperor Palpatine, Anakin, Padme, and Mace Windu as well. And then giving another view of the counter right here, including a couple figures right here made of Spider-Man and Iron Man. Right here we have the Disney Plus booth at Fan Expo, where people are lined up to try out Homer in the Hedges, which is absolutely hilarious. And then as I'm walking beside the Disney booth, we do have a Wednesday display that I'm assuming you can go inside of, and then we have a retro throwback of like lockers, I believe, showing off different Disney shows, I believe. One that I do notice right there is Lemonade Mouth. Such a great movie. Over here we do have the Nintendo Switch 2 station, where there's a lot of people playing different video games. We have a display right here, but then right here we do have a Mario Party World display where where people are playing the game. Really awesome to see. We got some sort of Conjuring setup right here, probably some sort of scary haunted house. We do have a Paramount Plus booth where it is the Mountain of Entertainment. I'm not sure what exactly is going on. And over at the Star Wars and Marvel booth, we do have a display here of specifically Star Wars, including the Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader 2-pack where they have the speech bubbles, as well as some of the soaps from Dr. Squatch, which I actually did have the 4-pack that came out a while back. Then we got the Marvel display, including some Marvel Legends figures, as well as the newer Fantastic Four The First Step figures, as well as, once again, we're promoting Dr. Squatch here with a Venom and what looks to be Thanos bar of soap. Over here we have a gaming booth where there's lots of people playing games, as well as what looks to be some sort of esports competition going on. Don't know what game is going on. It doesn't look like Fortnite, of course, but this is always really cool to see. They always have this at Fan Expo every year. Today I wanted to give a shout out to Sentinel 107. And the reason that they ended up getting a shout out is because they joined our YouTube channel membership, which only cost $1.99 a month. Not only do you get the shout out, but you do get lots of other perks, including early access to every single video and shorts that we produce on this channel. So definitely consider joining our YouTube channel membership. It will be greatly appreciated and will go a long way of helping out this channel a lot. So definitely consider it, but let's get right back to the video. So it looks like we found another mypops.ca booth over in the south building this time. There's a couple of anime chases right here. We have the Woody with RC Pop Rides, as well as the Woody and Buzz Moments, the brand new one for the 30th anniversary set. Then we got something up my alley that we actually haven't seen any pops for all day, being WWE with Mick Foley, the Wolfpack Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior in that Hall of Fame box. We do have the Diamond Collection Trish Stratus, the Target exclusive Hurricane, that TargetCon exclusive Becky Lynch, which I do have in the collection, the Miz with the Money in the Bank briefcase, Gunther, the Ring General when he was the Intercontinental Champion, the Chase of the $1 Million Man Teddy DiBiase with the green outfit, The Rock, Triple H, Razor Ramon, Umaga, Jerry the King Lawler, the newer Braun Strowman, and then the Chase variant of The Rock. And as I'm seeing some newer pops like Barney right here, we do have more of the expensive pops right here, like that Crystal Ship, which I do have in the collection. We do have a Slice of the Sky Dragon, which I do have in the collection as well. Some autographed pops from various anime voice actors, more anime, both autographed and non-autographed. Some Spider-Man, including this amazing Spider-Man 2 figure that you don't see that often. This Superman right here, that is a Bedrock City exclusive. The Joker. Down here we actually have the OG Dr. Manhattan, not like the Funko Shop exclusive one we saw earlier, an autographed Mick Foley, some of the Harry Potter NFT pops, the Chase variant of Art the Clown, the 1,000 piece Chucky from Funko Fusion. Alright, so we have finally found the Fugitive Toys booth, and the first set of pops that I've noticed here are the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pops from this year that have the con sticker. We got Sensational Spider-Man, Gambit, Bing Bong. I do see Pingu with the sticker, and only for $40, which is actually a pretty sweet deal. Then a huge set of WWE pops here, like Eddie Guerrero, Zelina Vega. I see Lex Luger, Dusty Rhodes, Mr. America, as well as that pink attired Macho Man Randy Savage WWE Shop exclusive, Hulk Hogan, Daniel Bryan, Razor Ramon, the Christmas Fiend, Brock Lesnar, which I did have in the collection in the past, that Paige that was a part of the Total Divas lineup. And over here we do have some various animes like One Piece, I believe I see Hello Kitty, Hunter x Hunter, some Back to the Future, but it's pops that I do have in the collection, some OG Superman. Right here we do have a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Negus Scott from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Santa Claus from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, a My Melody, a Michael Jordan. There is some Supernatural pops right there, a Batman Beyond, some older Sesame Street. We got some newer pops like the Beetlejuice, the Warriors pops, which has been a little bit since I've seen those. Once again, another Clay Morrow, but then we also have that Yoda with the green box. And then for all of you Labubu fans, this booth does have a ton of Labubus, even the ones that are anime based. We are at the X booth, and I do see a wall full of exclusives, chases, and a little bit of hard to find pops, including the Diamond Collection Buzz Lightyear. You may be able to see it. It was part of the Pop and Bag bundle along with Loungefly. There's also the Sonic the Hedgehog pop that is flocked and is exclusive to the Funko shop. And then right here we do have a row of different pops right here that are $20 each. I believe there is a deal going on with the $20 pops. Some Simpsons pops that I believe MD already has. The one I wanted to actually look at closely is this Freddy Funko here that is part of the Earth Day set, and everything about it is supposed to be like environmentally friendly, including the box and how it's more of a cardboard feel, including the insert. And I really like the fact that they changed up the sticker here to where it's a green Funko Shop exclusive sticker. I think that really looks nice with this pop. And then as I'm closer into the booth, there's a closer view of that Buzz Lightyear I showed off, along with the Bigfoot and the classic Sonic the Hedgehog, along with some of the other pops that I tried showing off while I was further back. Now I had to make my way back to the Lego booth because I did notice this time machine here, which is absolutely amazing, along with minifigures of both Doc and Marty. Let's get a closer view of those figures. Those look absolutely amazing. Now we are at the Cyber City Comics booth, in which I do see quite a bit of chases. I see a Care Bears one, as well as OG Joker right there, number 6 for the DC Comics lineup. A pop from Little Trouble in Little China, which you don't see that often. And then as we look up here, there is some rarer pops, like I do see William Wallace from, I believe that's Braveheart. And then I did notice here, which is a pop that I've debated on getting for a long time, that being the OG Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog, number 8 in the games lineup. And as we look around, there's some various different pops. I really like this Domo Slimer. I believe that Bobby Singer is from Supernatural, if I'm not mistaken. I do see another Clay Morrow here, and I'm pretty sure it's because Ron Perlman is here at Fan Expo Canada, so there's probably a lot of people wanting to sell their pops so that way you can buy it and then get it signed by Kirk Hammett, the original Flava Flav. All right, and the last booth we're going to be at for the day, basically a bunch of pops where we have a red dot sale. So anything that's listed with a red dot will be, I believe it's 3 for $40. Yes, 3 for $40, which is a pretty sweet deal. There's TV shows like Parks and Recreation, The Addams Family. We do have movies like Space Jam. We got The Jeffersons, Game of Thrones. I do see a Riverdale pop right there, which I do have Cheryl Blossom. And then up here, we do definitely have some heavy hitters like that SpongeBob as Leonardo with Plankton as Shredder. We also have the 2-pack of Sorcerer Mickey and Chernabog, the Ghostbusters 2-pack. We got the Universal Monsters 4-pack, and look what we have here, 2 of the 9-inch Buzz Lightyears, especially the one that Tristan from Top Pops actually has in this collection. But then there's also the glow-in-the-dark one where it does have the Zerg base. Crazy to see this, almost $3,000 these pops right here, especially that SpongeBob one going for $2,800. All right, so it is the day after I was at Fan Expo. I came in pretty late, so I didn't feel like filming right after that. So I'm going to show off everything I obtained while I was at Fan Expo, which I had a great time. And I guess the first thing I'll mention actually came from FNC, Funko News Canada, which not only did he hook me up with what seems to be a common sticker as well as a limited piece sticker of his logo, but as well as a pin set where we have the common red one and a purple one that is limited to 100 pieces. It's number 54 out of 100. And then it's kind of hard to see, but I believe it's number 43 out of 50 for the sticker. And then the next thing that I purchased is actually my only purchase of the day, and believe it or not, it actually was not a Funko Pop, considering that a lot of the pops that I was looking for were not available at any of the booths that I was at. But the thing that I did obtain is something I've actually been looking non-Funko wise at every convention I've been going to the last couple of years. So I was at a booth where there were a bunch of different mystery box styles, and I heavily debated on going for this Toy Story set where they had some really cool mystery figures, including characters that Funko had never made pops of, especially Rocky Gibraltar. But then I go to another corner of this booth and I could not believe that I found this certain item, which was a box of Small Soldiers trading cards from 1998. And I had purchased 5 packs of these cards. Actually, it was 6, but one of them went to MD Shady. I actually tried negotiating for a possible deal where I can buy that entire box, since it was almost a complete box, so that way I could do a video for you guys on the channel unboxing these retro cards, but he wouldn't take the deal, unfortunately. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing with these packs yet, yet whether I'm going to be doing a YouTube short or I'll save it for a rainy day where maybe because next month I will be going to Hamilton Comic-Con that maybe when I'm there, I may actually find a vendor with more cards, and then at that point, I could possibly do a full-on video of opening up these packs for you guys.